So if you're going to go vehicle-based camping, you're going to need somewhere to sleep. Now, there's a whole range of options. You can go for basic swag, you can go for a tent, you can go for a camper trailer, or you can go all the way up to a full-size caravan. Or you could look at something like this. This is the Alu-Cab Canopy Camper, and it's pretty simple concept. All you do is you take a dual cab ute, you remove the tailgate, and then you just drop the canopy camper in, and it fits 11 different ute models on the market. Now, once you've done that, you've now got a fully self-contained camper unit. You've got your sleeping area, you've got options there such as a 50-litre water tank, and it's fully dust sealed. So what we'll do now is we'll take a detailed look at all of the features of this system so you get a good idea of exactly what it is when you're thinking of buying one. Go round to the back, unlatch that, and push it up. This strap is to keep the canvas in order. Put the shelter up. These stays, they fit into these holders. One attaches like that, the other one fits into the other holder, and then you've got shelter and also a little bit of shade as well. So at the back we've got a spare wheel carrier that can take up to a 33-inch diameter wheel. This is probably a 31 because it's a standard type at the moment. We've also got these what are termed variously different names, but we call them molly plates because they're modular. You can kind of bolt different things onto them as you see fit. So for example, such as this optional 20-litre jerry can, and that's a fuel, and obviously that could be water as well. Now, something else you may notice is that the tailgate's missing, and there's a couple of advantages to that. One is that you don't get that tailgate dust sealing problem because there is no tailgate and you've just got the Alu-Cab system itself. Secondly, the whole unit weighs about 210 kilograms, but you subtract from that the weight of the tailgate, which may be around about 20 kilograms or thereabouts. So at the back of the vehicle, we've got this latch here, and that's basically the same sort of latch design you'd see on a shipping container, and works as an over-centered design like that, pretty securely latched at the bottom and at the top. Now what you can do is you can actually padlock that so no one can get in, and when you're inside the cabin, then you can actually padlock that so no one can actually lock you in or get in, so you've got double security there. The side of the vehicle, we've got the gull wing doors, and they are lockable here so they can pop up, and that will obviously give you some protection from the sun or the rain as a bit of a shelter, and you've got that light there which you can angle in or out. Now when you go inside, that still makes it nice and easy for you to access things. You can get a good look out, nice and ventilation, and you can also pop up here and again open up these mesh vents, and then you can just look out and it's nicely ventilated, and if the weather's good, get a nice fresh breeze. At the back of the vehicle, we've got a multitude of canvas pockets here, all with pretty tough zips. So that one's got toilet paper in, but you can put whatever else you wanted in there. Here are the interior latches, so you can actually go inside, lock the door, and then no one can get in. You can just completely secure it. This is an over-center latch just to stop the door overstretching its hinges, and this light here is an LED light. You can angle it in different directions and it can go red, which is great for not attracting flies. The design is it won't dilate your pupils, and you can also change it by holding it down to white, and it's just a light touch, and that's different intensity as well. And around here we've got the dust sealing to ensure that no dust gets into the vehicle. Back of the unit, it's just like your standard tub, no difference there at all, so you can put whatever you want in it. We've put a storage box here, you could put a fridge here, or maybe that side, you could build shelving, whatever you want really. And there's also actually enough space to stand up. I'm just 6 feet, and even I can just stand up here and just walk around and then just get changed with privacy and with good shelter as well. But at the back we've got an optional water storage system. That's 50 litres, and it's pretty well placed because obviously you want something heavy as centrally as you can to the vehicle, which is good for vehicle dynamics. The fill point is up here, and the hose is here, so you can either use that inside or put it outside as is your preference there. We've also got more canvas pockets here, and these ones are actually transparent, which I kind of like, so you can actually see what's inside them as well. Now if we didn't have the optional 50-litre water tank here, then these pockets would still be put to the, still be there, but just at the back, and there'd actually be more of them. Now to actually get into the bed itself, that just pulls down like so. Whilst the extension's up and the main bed's down, I can still have enough room to stand up. But if I pop up here, like that, and I can just pull the bed extension down and you've got extra space. Now with most people, you'll be able to have enough bed length with just this part here, but if you are particularly tall, then we can just add the extension in. Here's the bed setup. It's standard mattress. You can put whatever doony you want on there, add your pillows, and yes, the question everybody asks is that you don't have to get rid of all your bedding. You can simply close it down and it will compress it with no problem at all. Now we've also got more pockets here for storage, and again you can put whatever you want in those as well, and there's padding there, so if you do bang your head, then it's not going to hurt. So underneath here we've got double USB outlets, both 5 volt, and one's 2.1 amps, one's 1.4 amps, and then there's a 12 volt outlet here, and then this light, LED light on and off, and that stows neatly underneath there. Now we've got another LED light up here which works the same as the others. You can change it to different colours and different intensities and angle it. There's 3 options for your windows. There's either no window at all like this, or you've got this mesh which is for midge proof but will still allow you some ventilation. If you want to sleep in the mornings, then one problem is obviously light and heat, but these canvas windows here are actually blackout versions, so they completely eliminate any light coming in, and then this insulation here also stops the unit getting too hot. Now what you can also do is at the back you could actually just leave a little bit of extra ventilation open, and because you've got that awning at the back, then you're not going to necessarily get that much light in. So here we've got the shadow awning, or shadow awn. Now there's 3 straps here to undo. Pull that over the top, and then it's a full 270 degrees, and the material is actually reflective, so it keeps it nice and cool. So you basically just pull this round and then latch this into place like that, and then once that's latched into place, you simply pull this tight to tension it. Now that's as far as you need to go if it's just light wind conditions. If it's a bit heavier wind conditions, or you want to put a leg down, then there is an extra leg here which comes down like that and slots into place, and there's holes here for your tent pegs as well. Now one of the problems you get with awnings, in fact any form of canvas covering, is when rain comes and then it starts to pool in the centre or in the sides there, and then you get this massive pool of water. To fix that, there is this rain leg here which goes up like that, and in that way the water will just run off to the sides. Now in heavier wind conditions you might want to take guy ropes out, so all of your guy ropes are tucked away neatly here. We'll just pull those out, and the pegs themselves are over here so you don't forget them. Here we've got the shower cube, which you can use as a shower or just as a private changing room. So unzip that, and then out comes one arm like so, and then the other arm like that. Now at the bottom here you can see it's hanging down nicely because it's weighted, but if that's not enough, then you've also got these adjustable straps here you can use to tie it down as well with pegs. And to go inside, you just simply unzip that, and you can come out the other side. This area up here is handy for your electronics, but also anything else that you might want to take into the shower with you. On some vehicles such as this Hilux, there is an optional camp table which pulls out like so. Now it's made of aluminium, so it's really lightweight, and also these gas struts make it very easy to set up. There's your camp table. So that's the Canopy Camper. It sort of fits somewhere between a tent and a camper trailer. It could be viewed as an alternative to a camper trailer because obviously when you've got one of these you can still tow, and provided it will fit your next vehicle, you can remove it and change it from vehicle to vehicle as well. So it is an option when you're considering vehicle-based camping systems, and it's got a few advantages over a rooftop tent. First of all, with most vehicles you're actually running right up against the roof limit if you put a rooftop tent on, whereas with this system your bedding is actually integrated into the canopy camper, so it doesn't actually count as part of the roof limit. And even so, you actually can put some items on top of this system's roof, up to 50 kilograms, so that will take care of things like your recovery ramps, etc. Now it's also fully integrated, and it can be moved from vehicle to vehicle provided the next vehicle is suitable for the unit. So that gives you an idea of where this system fits in context with the campers, the swags and the caravans there. It is an option worth considering if you're just thinking about a rooftop tent. This is conceivably a nicer unit, it's better self-contained, and it's just a bit easier to live with.